My name is Sujata Yellaepeddi, and I live in sunny San Diego in Rancho Bernardo, northern part of San Diego. We moved into this house about 13 years ago. I am a manager of software development in my day job. I manage four software engineers.
What does your name mean? Is there any history or story?
Yes, there is a very beautiful meaning to my name. My dad used to work in Hyderabad in his first job, and he met a friend at coworker at that place, and he used to like her a lot, meaning that she was very interesting, she was very spontaneous, and she was very good at her work. So he decided to name his first child Sujata. But Sujata also has a meaning. Sujata means the one who has a good character or good future. Both are true for me. So I think that's one thing I will live to. I'll have to live to that name now.
How long have you been a Toastmaster member?
I joined Toastmaster in 2011. I was in a company, and my manager said, "Hey, you're technically good. There are a few nuances. If you can fix them, why don't you join Toastmasters?" And I'm like, "What is he talking about? I can talk for hours." And little did I know that he was right about it. And I was like determined, when somebody gives me a suggestion, I don't let it go. I'll put my thoughts into it. So I started looking around and figuring out what is actually Toastmasters,
Mhm.
and looked around a club which suited my time because my son was 11 at that time and his activities, I had to find something. And with my husband's cooperation, I joined this Toastmaster, HP Toastmasters, which used to meet here in Rancho Bernardo. And first time I went, I was so tongue tied and I couldn't even answer a table topics question. Nobody will believe it now, but that was the scariest moment. And I was looking at all these people talking and I was thinking, will I ever be able to talk like these people?
And here we are.
And here I am. I am the district director, which I cannot even believe. Actually, it is beyond my comprehension. Really, is it true or not? I keep pinching myself every day because I never thought I am eligible yet for that role.
Mhm.
It's a humongous responsibility.
And what clubs are you a member of right now?
I'm part of four clubs. My home club is Positive Toastmasters. It's actually HP Toastmasters, which has transformed over the years. And we lost all HP employees, so I had to bring it home here to Rancho Bernardo. And finally, we meet in Senior Center here at Brown Senior Center. And it's called Positive Toastmasters. Through my work, I have a corporate club called Ash Toastmasters. My company is American Specialty Health, so they have Ash Toastmasters. I just recently joined Excelsior, and
Mhm.
I'm also a member of Improvicus.
Okay. I know you are a Distinguished Toastmaster. When did you achieve Distinguished Toastmaster?
I did get my Distinguished Toastmaster in 2016, and I am due for another Distinguished Toastmaster DTM. I just have to complete one DTM project.
Was it through the traditional manual?
The first one is through traditional manual. This one is through pathways, and after that, I think I'll be done with DTMs.
Okay. So you're getting a second one through the pathway program.
Yes, I
Oh,
wanted to challenge myself. It is more challenging with pathways compared to the traditional program, but I wanted to get the feel of both the pathways. So I said, okay, I'll do one more DTM and then I'll leave it at that.
do you have any idea of what are you going to do with the Distinguished DTM project?
Yeah, I have an open house scheduled for my Ash Toastmaster. We have been struggling club, and I'm working with my VP of HR to promote it as much as possible to get more members into the club. We do get guests, but then we don't have member base to showcase that.
How did you feel when you achieved Distinguished Toastmaster?
It was really exhilarating because like I said, it was hard in those days. You had these ACS, ACB, and ACG, and then being a club growth direct. I was not a division director, I was an area governor, which was the old role for area director. and we used to go in person. So it was a big task. And I was like, how will I manage with a son, with my job, with all this going on in my plate? Somehow I was able to do it. And I had a great team to work with, really had fun. So it ended up not being so difficult. But then do the high performance leadership, and there were people who came right through and helped me do my HPL. They said, "Oh, it's so easy. Come on, let's do it. Let's do this." That's what I love about Toastmasters is there are people around you. You're overwhelmed, just lean on them. They will take care of you.
Mhm.
That's the best part about Toastmasters, and that's why I haven't left Toastmasters, and I have no plans of leaving right away, even now, because it's so nice. When we used to meet in person, those events I would never miss, because that's when the camaraderie will come out. Eating together, gossip, and listening to all these big stalwarts of speakers and having fun together, and all those. I really miss all those things when
Mhm.
we went on Zoom. But now that it is coming back, I'm looking forward to all those things as well.
What difference do you notice between the traditional and the pathway, or what's the best thing you love about pathway?
One thing I love about Pathways is everything is online, right? I don't have to carry my physical book, which I used to have trouble with. Would leave the book at home and give a speech. Oh my God, my evaluation, I cannot fill it. And second thing is you had to fill up all those forms to send to TI to get your DTM or anything. All this paperwork was humongous in in the old way. In the new way, everything is like, oh, I did did this, and you call TI. Oh, you are done with this. Then this is your DTM. I'll release it to your account, and I could see it immediately. And then once I do it, they will give me. So it's much more easier this way. And being in technology, I have always carried that passion. Anyways, it's easy to manage for me. I can open at my work, I can open at home, both the cases works. And one more thing is easy to track what are my projects done.
How many speeches have you given during your whole Toastmaster journey, and which and which one is your favorite?
I have done maybe 50, 60. I have no clue at whatsoever in these 13 years. I think in these 11 years, 2011 to 2023, 12 years, right?
Mhm.
I have no clue how many speeches I have done, but I always look forward to any opportunity I can get, and I'll give the speech right away. And the most favorite is one I gave about hot date. It was more about me and my husband on a flight. We decided to go to Vegas in our BMW, and the AC stopped in the middle. After we reached halfway, I think border of Irvine or somewhere, the AC stopped working, and we were asking to BMW how can we leach. The coolant went blank out of it, and we couldn't buy any coolant to put into that BMW. So they said, "Oh, when you reach Vegas, you can come." So all the way, it was hot. It was July 4th weekend. We drove, we kept on driving. It was hard with all the doors open. That was my hot date with my husband, and we stopped two, three times. But the moment we reached Vegas, I think around 5:30, we went straight to BMW there, and they fixed it. They gave within 15 minutes. Then we went to the hotel room, and we are tired, dead tired. I never knew that you could be so tired in a car with no AC.
I'd like to congratulate you on being elected to be the District 5 Director
Oh my God! Thank
2023
you so much.
2024.
When somebody asked me, "Do you want to put your papers in?" and they were hesitant because I recently lost my dad in February.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, this he came here to visit me, and that's when it happened. It was so unexpected. So nobody was contacting me. Alex said, "Do you like to?" And actually, Linda first asked me, and I said, "No way, I'm not going anywhere." Then Alex was calling me and asking me, "Are you doing?" And I was like, "So many people are asking, but who will nominate me?" Then Linda said, "I'll nominate you." So that's how it went on. And I think Linda was very encouraging and saying that you couldn't do it. And I was even then hesitant. I said, I'll put my name in because my opponent is a long time Toastmaster and she has a lot of experience. And I really respect her experience. So I thought, I'm not going to make it anyways. What the big deal? I'll put my name in. And when it came, the result came out. I was surprised, really. And I've been pinching, why did I put my name in? Not in a bad way, but in a good way. It's a big step out of my comfort zone, basically asking people to get things done. But my aspirations in my professional life is to go higher in the chain as well. So this is a very good step towards that goal, I think.
So the election result was a little bit unexpected.
I was not expecting it.
Why did you decide to run for the district director?
Like I said, in my professional life, in my aspirations, I want to be a higher level management, C-suite level, higher go as high as possible. I feel like women in tech are very less in the C level, and I want to complete that dream by myself going to that C level. And that's one of the dreams. So I thought, okay, if I can try anywhere to see if I'm ready for that role or not, it would be Toastmasters, where I have so much of net around me who can protect me from falling or failing, both the cases.
Now you have been elected. What is your vision for District 5 in the coming Toastmaster year?
My biggest vision as of now is to keep every member of our Toastmasters clan happy. Every District 5 member should be happy for what they're doing in their clubs and make sure they're getting what they are expecting from the club. And I believe that if your member is happy, they'll bring their guests because they are having so much of fun and growth. They will see, they would like to share. That's our human tendency. Whenever we find something new, we'll go right away to share on Facebook or any social media platform. Hey, I loved this food, or I loved this place, please go. So I feel like if we make our club experience fun, you will have more members, and then the growth will happen organically, and your club base will increase and everything will happen.
Do you have develop any detailed plan yet?
Not yet. I'm working on it, but with my trio, I want to, we as a trio have to make this vision happen. So I'm leaning on my CGD and PQD to make this happen, and of course my PRM, who will make this dream come true.
I remember last year you lost the election to be a
Same
program
person.
quality director, same person. So how did you feel when you lost?
Honestly, it was a shocker because I was not prepared. And one thing is, on my end, I was not paying attention to many things, I guess. So I did not realize that there would be somebody standing against me. That was one mistake on my part.
When did you know that someone is running against you?
On the election day.
Oh, on election day?
Although there was an email coming, I did not pay attention to that email. That's my problem. And then one more thing that is wrong on my part. I guess I was not ready for that role. I was not paying so much of attention to what I was doing. So, as a CGD, I did learn a few learnings that I am going to apply now, because I think those were my mistakes which cost me the PQD role. And now I'm going to make sure that I amend those things. I stay on top of my emails and pay attention to what I'm reading. Because everybody was like, did you not get that email? I'm like, which email? And that year it was bad because we were going through a lot in personally. We were waiting for our green card, and my son was turning 21. So there was a lot of stress going, because if we don't get a green card, he would have lost status and he would have to go back to India, although he
Wow.
has been here from when he was 7 years old.
Wow.
So there was a lot of stress going on my personal front, and that made even more harder for me to complete as a district leader, I think.
Mhm.
So there were a lot of shortcomings on my end. I hope that I'll be able to fix those as a district director, because now we got our green card and everything is settled, except that I lost my dad this year. I feel like his lesson to me was work hard and be happy. So I'm going to try both of them doing that.
So you're more ready this year.
Yes, better than that year.
What other leadership positions have you held in your Toastmaster journey?
So I have been president. I'm currently the president of Positive Toastmasters. I'm the secretary of Improvicus Toastmasters. I'm a treasurer for Positive Toastmasters for last 8 9 years, whatever that number is. I lost contact of the. I have been a VP, VPM. Yeah, almost all of them except the sergeant at arms.
And also you've been the area director slash area
Yeah,
governor.
twice division director,
Okay.
Central and Inland. When I was the Inland Division Director, that was the first time Inland Division became a distinguished division. And in another fun fact, I was the second Division Director of Inland Division. It was a newly formed division at that time.
Oh, really?
The first year was somebody else, and I was the second one.
We are trying really hard to get distinguished Inland Division to be distinguished division this year.
Yes,
So
good,
finger
good. I know
crossed.
you can do it.
And what do you think is the most important quality of a leader?
I think empathy. The biggest quality for a leader is empathy. You should be aware of whom you're leading. Those days are gone when you say, I am saying you do it. No, it doesn't work anymore that way. I also believe in servant leadership. I don't preach anything that I don't do. It always is feeling inside me like I'm getting pointed. You're not doing it. Why are you telling them to do? That kind of feeling I have. So I always check myself before I say, you do this. That you will see whole through the year. I will never ask you to go and get members when I'm sitting at home and enjoying a TV. That will not happen. I'll also help. I love being in the dumps with you, with everyone. And when somebody comes and says, I have to go this place, there is a need for empathy. Why we are doing, where they are going. Every employee or every person, every member of Toastmaster, everyone is a human being at the end. And have to be empathetic and caring.
Is there any lessons that you have learned as a leader?
First of all, is the empathy lesson. I learned in a hard way that you cannot say something. You would be surprised. One person told me, I don't even care about people. And I was surprised because I have been caring and I've been adjusting to everyone all through my life. And it was interesting. And second lesson is you can never make everyone happy. The people above you want something, people below you want something, and you are in the sandwich position. Either those will hate or those will hate at the top. I always choose the people I'm leading to be happy, to make them happy rather than the people on my top.
How did Toastmaster help you in your life or at work?
If it was not for Toastmasters, my speech clarity wouldn't have been so much. I come from India, so our English is British English, and I had to adapt it to American English. Also, Indians are known to talk very fast. This was my first feedback from Doris Horvath, who was my first mentor in HP Toastmasters. And when I was speaking, she was like, you need to slow down because I'm not understanding. And I get such feedback from other members also at times. And I was like, oh my God, I have to keep that telling myself internally, come on, slow down. And I started noticing my fellow Indians also do that. There are a few good speakers. I'm not saying we are all like that, but we generally talk a lot faster than others. And second, clarity of speech, how I can convey. I recently wrote an article for my company. We have a corporate medium, that place
Mhm.
where you write. So we have a corporate account with them. So we write for our own company, our employees, and I wrote a article on why it is important for software engineers as well, because we have to explain the vision of the problem we are trying to solve to non-technical people, business owners, how we can solve this problem. And that's where Toastmasters could help. That's why that Ash Toastmasters is in place. I'm sorry to say there are very few tech people in that group. So I'm trying to promote it by writing articles, by meeting the VP of HR and all those. That's a different story. But I think Toastmasters helped me showcase that I can be a leader. I was an individual contributor before I came to this organization about 6 years ago. And showed everywhere I was looking for a job. Whenever I said I'm a Toastmaster, they would be impressed when I was looking for a job and everything. In this company, they had a manager role. I was not a manager before this, and I showed how I had worked with Toastmasters, what I have done. And they were like, wow, okay, would you like? And they gave me the manager role, and I have been working there for the last 6 years.
So a new company and also a new position.
Yep,
Oh,
a step up.
that was hard.
That was hard, and there were really hard lessons learned there too. When I jumped as a from an individual contributor to a leader, many things you have to step back, which are your strengths when you're individual contributor. It's very hard. Shut your mouth without telling the solution. Let them solve the problem, but you take pride in solving your problem when you're individual contributor, right? As a leader, you're like, okay, shut up, go back, let them solve it. And that was a big lesson for me. It's
Mhm.
hard to keep your mouth shut when you know the solution, right?
Any interesting stories during your Toastmaster journey?
There are many. Like Doris, I was telling, she was my mentor, and she gave me CDs to listen how to speak. And I used to do my recording on iPod to listen my voice, but my speeches. But the interesting part is I hate my voice.
Me too.
I cannot hear my voice. So I stopped writing speeches. Now, when I have to give a speech, I just make mental points what I'm going to talk about, and I'll make the speech on the fly. When I see the green flag, I'll start tapering it down. Another interesting thing is there was a contest in 2014. Yeah, table topics contest. We used to have two of them, right?
Yes,
Remember?
yes.
So we had a table topics contest, and there were only two people there. So I came second. That was a fun fact. I was like, I never stood in contest. So another fun fact is I haven't competed till now, except that and one more time. Only two times in my life I have competed. Last year when I lost it, I was like, I'll use this year to compete in contests. And I think I competed only once. I did not do that good, and now again I cannot compete. So I'll have to wait for 2 more years before I'm ready to compete in a competition. Every time people step up in these competitions, I'm like, why do they torture themselves so much? It's like losing. The result is so excruciating for me to result. Oh my God, did I get it? And all these great people they're talking. I really want to make public speaking my retirement plan. So hopefully one day,
Hmm. So you aspire to be a public speaker?
yeah,
Uh-huh.
as after I retire, I feel like I can speak, and if I get paid, what else is the? You will love that job where you go and talk, and they pay you, and come home and rest. Oh my God, and see places too.
Any challenges during your Toastmaster journey?
Like I said, the DTM was a big challenge. I never thought I will do it. People do it in 2, 3 years. It took me 5 years with my job and all, and I think that was a big achievement. And then when I became the division director, I was a newbie. Everything that happened in Toastmasters is a surprise. So I joined in 2011 April, right? July I was going home to visit my family after a long time, for the first time from US to India. I came back and they said, "Oh, you are elected the president of HP Toastmasters." 3 months into Toastmasters program, and I was a president. It was so challenging. I did not understand what a president entitles, and I think they were very patient to teach me through. And then I became a resident later for an after about 4 5 years, and now recently this year. It takes a lot of practice to be a president. And then another challenge was a treasurer role. I am not good at finances. If you ever ask my husband, he will tell you that I don't even know. Look at the prices before asking before buying it. He'll ask, "How much is it?" He tells me whenever I bring something, "Let's buy this." Did you see the price? And then, but when I became a treasurer, I had to be more careful, look at the balance sheet and all. So it was a greater challenge for me.
Hmm.
I always tell him, I will earn, you do the math and do the taxes. So it's his problem.
Any advice do you have to new Toastmaster members?
I would say that you come prepared. What is your vision? What do you want to get from Toastmasters? Keep that inside. So when we joined Toastmasters, I joined Toastmasters. I want to clear my communication. I want to grow as a leader. Came as a surprise later on because that leadership is hidden in the Toastmasters. Every time you say Toastmasters, people say, "Oh, are you interested in public speaking?" The people don't understand there is a leadership aspect to it, which is empowering actually, because every organization you can grow into leadership role, and that would be a very powerful thing. I would say every newbie should pay attention to it and have fun during the journey. Toastmasters is the most fun path to learning and growing. There is no other organization which helps you grow while you're having fun.
Hmm.
I don't know any. If you know, please let me know. I did not find any such organization.
Any message you have to the whole District 5 as a district director?
I want all of you to have fun with us. And please, please come and support each other. I would say step up to be the leaders. We can all work together to make District 5 the best district. And I think we have the potential. I have never thought of District 5 anything other than being the excellent, most excellent district all over the world. And I believe all of you believe the same. It just have we all have to come together to make that happen. I'm requesting all there. Please step up to be our area directors. We are in need of area directors, and you guys have the best job in the world. You will be able to connect with various clubs and learn different cultures of different clubs. It's interesting, and I think that's the best part. It's not that hard of a job like in corporate America where you have to do and get results. Here, you, like I said, if as area director you are having struggles contacting a club, you can reach out to your fellow area director. Can you help? And they are very much happy to help you out. Oh, you are not able to go to the visit? I'll go and do it. Last year, many people did this. It was amazing. So this is my first award. This is Area 16. Like I said, there were two contestants. I came second. This is my Distinguished Toastmaster plaque
Hmm.
in 2016. And this is as ACG when I was
Advanced
the
Communication
Inland
Go.
Division Director,
Uh-huh.
Distinguished District. And this is for my Central Division Director role in 2019 2020. Oh my god, this is as a new club mentor in the new pathway program, and this is my distinguished, oh, the thing we get for distinct, and this is second place area international. I competed once.
Hmm.
So those are my Toastmasters.